Welcome back. In the last video, we created our Food Vision Mini demo folder. And what we're moving towards doing is filling it up with all of the requirements for our deployed app. So all of these things here. Now, how about we start with creating some examples? Because that's what a demo is all about, right? Demonstrating something. And a demo is not really a demo without any examples of how it works. So let's create a folder of example images to use with our Food Vision Mini demo. So what we want, how about we just get 3 images in an examples directory, and the images should be from the test set. So how about we copy some files from the test directory here, some of these images, and we put them into Food Vision Mini under an examples directory. So what we're going to have to start with first is we're going to create that examples directory. So import shutil, because we're going to use that to copy. Remember, shutil is from Python, shutil Python, high level file operations, directory and file operations. So if we want to move some images from one file to another, we can use shutil. So from pathlib, import path, and let's go create an examples directory. The reason we could do all this manually, right? We could create a file manually, move some files, but I like to do things with code. So if we were to revisit this notebook and rerun it again from the top, it would recreate all of these files for us. Sorry, I want to call this examples. And now I want to set up Food Vision Mini examples path. I'm going to run mkdir for make directory. Parents equals true. It's going to make the parent directories if they don't exist. Exist okay. If it exists, we don't want it to error out. So let's see what happens here. We've got Food Vision Mini, and we've got an empty examples directory now. So what we want to do is copy some images from pizza, steak, sushi, 20% test. Some of the images, maybe 1 pizza, 1 steak, 1 sushi, just like we've got here in our app. So we can click on an image and there we go, sushi. Good demonstration there. So how might we do that? Well, we could just randomly copy one of these paths and then go pizza path equals that. But like all good machine learning cooking shows, I've got a couple of images I prepared earlier. So let's just go into here and do our little trick. I'm going to copy this section here. This is from 8.4, creating a folder of example images to use with our Food Vision Mini demo. So this is just 3 paths to 3 images I've picked manually, 1 from sushi, steak, and pizza. Of course, we could do that randomly, but these ones are visually appealing, so that's why I chose them. So random test data set image paths. They're not actually random because I've chosen them myself, but that'll do for us. 3 images, beautiful. Now, here's where we can copy the 3 images to the examples directory. So this is where shutil is going to come in. So for example, because this is a list, so for example, in Food Vision Mini examples, what do we want? Let's set up a destination. So the destination file equals Food Vision Mini examples path / example.name. So I just want to print this out and show you what it looks like. Destination. Food Vision Mini examples. Oh, I forgot mini. There we go. So this is the destination, demos, our demos folder, Food Vision Mini examples. And now the name comes from here. So that's example.name. So let me just print out this, print example.name. There we go. So the .name attribute is just getting the name of the target file from the path. Isn't path manipulation beautiful in Python? Now let's go here. I'm going to print out a little info tag. Info, copying, example to destination. Now we're copying them because we want them to remain in our test data file. We don't want to move them, we just want to copy them. So that's why we're using copy. Now let's actually do it. shutil copy to, and then we're going to go source equals example, and dst, which stands for destination, is going to be our destination. So let me just get rid of this. Now, of course, where can you find out what that is? Well, if you go to shutil and you look up what copy to does, oh, typo, copy to, there we go. Identical to copy, except that copy to also attempts to preserve file metadata. So copy to is a little bit more comprehensive, or tries to be more comprehensive than copy. So if any file metadata is associated with our file, it tries to copy that across. Not necessarily important for our use case, but I just like to use copy to, just in case there's some important information tied to a file that we would like to preserve. So let's run this and see if it works. Oh, look at that. I love these info messages. So copying data, pizza, steak, sushi, 20% test, sushi. 2, demos, Food Vision Mini examples. And there we go. Let's go into here. There's some of our test images. It's going to be one of those images. Look at that. Wonderful. So there's our example file for pizza. And there's our example file for steak. And there's our example file for sushi. Now, of course, you can customize those, change them how you want, but I'm going to leave it like that. So now we've ticked another box in our file layout. So which one should we do next? How about we move the model? But actually, I just realized our examples file is not going to do well unless it's in the format that Gradio takes. And what format does Gradio take? It takes a list of lists. So let's now verify. And what I mean by that is our Gradio demo. If we come back, Gradio demo, the examples list is in a form of list of lists. So I'll just show you this. Example list. Verify that we can get a list of lists from our examples directory. So how could we get all of the file paths here into a list of lists like this? Well, let's give it a shot, hey? I think we can do it with OS. So get example file paths in a list of lists. So we've got a file path to our Food Vision Mini examples. So let's go example list equals bracket bracket. Now we need to pass in the examples directory. Why do we need to do this? Because our app.py is going to be referencing this directory. So app.py is in the Food Vision Mini level, whereas examples.py, the examples are one directory deeper. So that's why we have to append that or prepend that examples directory to the start. Now let's keep going. This will make a lot more sense once we actually create the list. So plus example for example in os.list the contents, so list the contents of this given directory. Food Vision Mini examples path. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, wonderful. There we go. Okay, so now we have a list of lists containing our example files. So this is examples. See how we're slowly building out this directory structure? Wonderful. So next we want to move over our model. So you might want to give that a shot. You can use shutil and move it, or you could even use just the move command. So MV. So give that a shot, and I'll see you in the next video.